How are we? We well? Just got a couple of questions. Number one, what century are we living in? Is it the 21st century or the 1800s? Because I think we're living in this day and age. Because in the 1800s, they accomplished a lot. They managed to fly a plane, get a plane in the air, electricity, astrology. They circumnavigated the earth, the world. You know, there was amazing things discovered in the 18th century. You know, it was fantastic. You know, unbelievable. But here we are today, and our money is controlled by banks. If you want to get $10,000 out of your account, right, the tax man knows about it. That's why everyone, you know, withdrawals $9,999, right? So the tax man doesn't know, right? But yeah, we've got all this electronic banking, right? And if you or me or anyone, you know, we want to cash a check, right? Even a bank check these days, right? It's 3 days. 3 days to clear, right? Don't know if you're watching a current affair though. This woman. Now some of you might say she's stupid, okay? And for that, she may well be. She may well be, okay? But this. We're all paying bank fees, right? And bank insurance and bank this, and there's fees for this and fees for that. It's up the arse and everything else, right? They're making money. We don't know what they're doing with their money, but you know, they're making a fortune on it. I mean, if you don't even have enough money in your account each month, they put a fee, they put a fee there. They charge you a fee for not having enough money in the account. But even if you've got 20 cents in your account, they're making money on that 20 cents. Anyway, this woman, now, she was deceived by, and let's face it, the scammers are out there. In this day and age, I don't understand how the scammers can get a hold of your mobile number, your home number, right? When you're paying telecom, right? You know, you're paying your phone bill, you're paying your fees, you're paying, what are they doing with the money? How are these people able to get a hold of your number, right? And when you ring it back, it's disconnected. You know, my mate, you know, I'll tell you now, the underworld, right? Okay, the underworld don't even have that sort of power, right? You know, I mean, phone taps, Jesus, you know, if they had that sort, we'd never get them, right? But this poor woman has been fleeced of $760,000. Now, we've got smart banking. All the banks have got it now. How is it that she was able to transfer funds over a few weeks or a week or so, right? And the bank didn't even ring her. And then the bank goes, oh, well, you know, we're excluded from it. You did that on your own. Hang on a minute. If you have a stolen credit card, they're supposed to have this, you know, this spending, how you spend your money, or how you do your credit card transfers, right, or whatever. And they ring up, oh, that's an odd one, oh, that's odd. You know, this protection. Now, she was moving money and it was being just put across, right? And the bank may say, well, she was doing it. Yeah, well, hang on. I tried to get a check cleared, right? Okay, within a day, 2 days, forget it. Wasn't going to happen, okay? You know, and that was a Commonwealth Bank check paid into my Commonwealth Bank account. Their own check. Right? Now, the banks can do this all day. Oh, no, well, they're not us. Let me tell you, you banks, yeah, it suits you. And this is my own theory, right? It's just my own theory, right? these scammers, right, whoever they might be, these Indians, these Nigerians, who knows who they are, right? Who gives a shit anyway, you know, I'd love to get hold of them, but anyway, they, you know, they can't be that good. There's good, there's good out there, believe me, there's good, in all different functions of life, but for them to, even if they're tricking you, the banks have, you know, gates, you know, traps, stopper gates, right? You know what? This is my theory. They're in on it. They've got to be in on it. They have to be in it. There's just too much money, right? Too many people are getting fleeced so easily, but yet when you try and get, you know, some money out, right? Even in cash, you want to get it, you know, $5,000 in cash. The branch, oh sorry, you should have put in it for a special notice and then paid for it as well. So you want $5,000 in cash, but it's going to cost you, right, 50 or $100 to get the $5,000 in cash. There's a fee there. There's a fee here. There's a fee there. I mean, you know what? You're in on it. It's as simple as that, right? That money to be gone out of her account, whether she was doing it or not, to be cleared, to be transferred into that account like that, bang, 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 into a new account, and she filled out the paperwork in Macquarie Bank, right? Okay, and then Macquarie Bank were released straight after it. Oh, there's someone going around using our letterhead, and yes, we do have that person employed with us with that name, but it is not them. Right after it, she done it. You know what? You're in on it. You got to be in on it, right? We're in the 21st century, aren't we? The technological eons, you know. We put a man on the moon, everything like this, you know. Elon Musk, electric cars, you know, fantastic, you know. Let's get energy from the sun, you know. Bare our houses here, right, dicks, you know. Okay, unbelievable, mate. You know, we'll be burning coal for a long time yet. Okay. And the banks will still be charging us fees, right, for a long time, forever, right? I just don't understand how that money can you can move that sort of money in that short amount of time. She's not a merchant banker, right? She's not a banker, full stop. She's not an accountant, nothing, right? She's a widower. That money was from her deceased husband who died in a car accident. So it was from her super as well as a payout, life insurance payout. And she's lost it. And the money was, she traced the money herself, where she traced it to where it went. And the banks are going to do what? The banks are quick to charge us fees, but when they're at fault, oh, mate, you know what? Take forever. Forget it. You'll never prove it. All right? You know, so that one there. What's going on? That just can't, it can't be allowed to happen. These people cannot be allowed, they can't, it can't be that easy. You've got to have someone in there. They've got to know someone in Telecom to be ringing our home number every night, mate. 10, 15 calls, right? On the mobile, emails. I mean, why are we paying Telecom, whoever your carrier is, why are we paying you this money, right? And these people are bugging us. You know, they're getting hold of our information. What are you doing? What are you doing for our protection, our security? Huh? What are you doing? Regardless of whether we have our own or not, what are you doing for these people to be able to get in and get, you know, I'll tell you, if you go into a public telephone box and you string certain words together, right, okay, Secret Service, they listen to it, okay? It's like when the president's motorcade's going around. If you use certain words within a jurisdiction of him, right, mate, you know, you've got, you know, the Oval Office security guards coming, or you know, in England, M5, you know, okay, that's how they listen. Now, we're talking about computers here, right? Someone's got to type in. What's this server's doing? You've got to be in on it. You have to be in on it. Now, okay, we'll move on from that one because that's, you know, we're in 21st century. No, we're not. We're going backwards, mate. Backwards hard, right? We've developed nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? Next thing I'd like to talk about, and this one, you know, again, you know, people putting their hands up going, oh, not me, mate. Right. Did you see the couple on the current affair? You know, a few years back there was a bit of a downstorm, you know, rain, and the river changed directions. Border passed straight through their property. They can't even get to their property, their house. There's a creek there now. It used to go around, and they could get to their house. Right? Now they can't get to their house because of the creek. I mean, you know, here we are. We've experienced, you know, some of us experienced loss through this COVID. Whether it be, you know, someone's, you know, taken their life, they just, the mental stress of it. A lot of people did take their lives during COVID, losing everything, their businesses, their lives, marriage breakdowns. Let me tell you, that disease, right, as people say, it's influenza. Okay, that's what they're saying. It is. It's influenza. There is no vaccine for influenza. Okay, you know, and people have taken the vaccine, and you know, they've gotten it 2-3 times. Right. Okay. Let me tell you, Corona's caused more death, and outside of Corona, suicide, people that nervous breakdowns. You know, mate, we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg yet of what it's done financially. This to all countries, right? Have a look at this. We can't even, you know, people are saying, oh, Silicon Valley's on strike. Silicon Valley is not on strike, okay? Okay. The people who get the silica sand to make the microchips are only just getting back to work, or they found other jobs. Okay, every industry is running short. Okay, they don't have employees because they had to lay them off. Right, the demand is now picking up. Right, they don't have the employees. Right, so everything's on the go slow. Right, we can see it. So there's no strikes. Believe me, people want stuff. Right, yeah, but what's the government doing? Hey, nothing. I mean, this couple, they're in their 80s, 60s and 70s. The council's expecting them to walk across this creek. They can't drive their car. There's no bridge because they can't, nothing. I mean, really? Jesus Christ, we're supposed to be... Haven't we had enough hardship, enough loss, enough suffering? You know, what would it take to redirect the river the correct way it was going? Nothing. Nothing. You know, a couple of bulldozers, and really that's all it is, really. A couple of bulldozers. You know, here, put it back, it'll go back around, and it's going the right way. Jesus Christ, everyone wants to put their hand up, you know, but oh yes, we're here. I mean, you know, big thing on mental health. Big thing on mental health. I'll tell you something stupid, yeah? This is something stupid, right? Okay? Right? And I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. This is how stupid the law is, yeah? Okay? Yeah, during COVID, right, I was about to rip my head off. Okay, I had an attack, right, an anxiety attack, right. I don't know what the hell it was. I just wanted to get out of my skin, right. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning on a weeknight, right in the middle of COVID, right in the lockdown, the hard one, the first one. Okay, now where I live, right. Okay. I've got a main road out the front here, right, okay, and then I've got back streets. Now everyone knows they're all 40 or 50, okay, right, okay. So I've jumped on my bike, my Harley, love it, right, jumped on it, my missus called the police and that. She was worried, you know, they were ringing, right? She didn't know what the hell was going on, right? I said, I'm going to the hospital, I've got to go to the hospital. I hadn't slept, you know, I hadn't slept, mate. Oh my God, I hadn't slept. You know, for days, days, nights I hadn't slept, right? I'd had enough, mate. I just had to, stuck in here, stuck in home. I can't go anywhere. You know, I just about walked the legs off my dog. I wore him down, you know. He was the biggest sausage dog in the area until his legs grew back, right? You know, so I've gone, taken off. I've gone down this one, yeah, this one road. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, okay, on a weeknight. Hard lockdown, okay, hard lockdown. I didn't know, right, but I got done by a speed camera. Anyway, the hospital I went to was on Commercial Road, okay? So, on the way there, you go down Hollis Street, Punt Road, all of that. There's 6 speed cameras along there. I didn't get a speeding ticket there. Not at all, okay? I didn't even know I got the first one, but anyway, I got it. Now, right, okay, I'll tell you, right? I was doing 90 in a 50, okay? That's a 6-month loss of licence. Okay, no worries. Where was I going? To hospital, okay? What was it during? Hard lockdown, right? Was it a police officer in the car? No, it's a private company now doing the speed cameras. What's he doing in a back street during hard lockdown, right, at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with a speed camera? Huh? Tell me how he is an essential worker. Right, tell me how he is. If he wants to get speeders, because there was still traffic going around, put him on a freeway, on a main road, okay? Main road, right? Why be sitting there? Anyway, so I put in that I'm disputing it because I went to the hospital, I wasn't myself, right? Okay, I'd had a few big things happen, right? Anyway, so we're in the middle of that lockdown, yeah? Comes the time to go to court, they tell me, no, don't worry about it, and nothing. I wasn't silly enough to think it had gone away, right? I knew it was going to come up, right? But we came out of our big lockdown, and then we went into another one, mini one, if you want to call it that, mini one. Then came out of that, and we went into another one, right? So anyway, we're fully out of it now, yeah? Right, how's this? I get me summons to go to court, yeah? So we're out of lockdown, you know. Everyone's getting back on their feet, getting things together, right? Back to work, you know. Yeah. How's this? During my lockdown, and I don't mean to sound like a whinger, okay? Right, I'm just saying what happened to me. I lost my auntie Pat, right? Okay. She passed away of natural causes, just passed away. But it was COVID. Couldn't attend the funeral. I did. I went there. There's no way, no. So I broke all the rules. I went. My partner and I, you know, we were not travelling so well. We went. She didn't know how to take. I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell was going on with me. Right? It's things just battering me. Yeah. You know, and she didn't know what to do, how to confront it, how to deal with it, you know, so she didn't talk. You know, that's what she does. She doesn't talk, right? When it's something like this, freezes, right? So I'm having to self-diagnose myself to be able to help her, to be able to help me, so we can help each other. It's great. It's like I've lost my right arm, right? And I'm telling her to turn right. Anyway. So I'm dealing with that. Then I'm dealing with my daughter, right? And as it turns out, you know, there's no relationship, that's gone, right? My grandson, a lot, you know, it is what it is, right? And I also had my mother commit suicide, and I found out on my birthday, right? So needless to say, you know, when I was going to the hospital, yeah, and everything's building up, I don't know what's going on with me. You go and see the doctor. She can't give you tablets. She can't, you know, she gave me six tablets. Yeah, right. Those tablets were enough for 6 nights. Right. She said take one 2 hours before you want to go to sleep. I took one 3 hours before I went to go to sleep. I ended up taking all 6 on the same night. And you want to know what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I actually rang her the next day and said, were they placebos? You know, were they sugar tablets? She said, no, Justin, why? I said, well, I took them all. And then I took some Valium, and, you know, nothing. You know, my body was that freaked out with what's going, nothing's going to work. Right? And she said, Dustin, you've got to calm down. Oh, I'm trying. And I did a video about this, you know, before with the depression. You know, it's not cheap. You know, it's not cheap at all. You know, you go and see these doctors and whatever, it costs you. Then you got to find the right one. It's a fucking joke, is what it is, right? Yes, this woman losing her money. Yes, this couple, they can't even get it. They can't get to their house because the council won't redirect it or even put a bridge in for, you know. And here's this one. So I go to court, yeah. Still, I'm claiming. I'll put down my reasons. I wasn't myself. I did go to the hospital. I've got 000 call. The police called me and the hospital. Yeah, okay. Got all of that. Now, all I'm saying is this. I wasn't myself. I was doing 90 in a 50. But I've ended up having to go down another road, which is a very long road, all the way to Commercial Road from where I am in Reservoir. And there's 6 other speed cameras. And I didn't get a speeding ticket there. Now, for a moment lapse, you know, I just needed to go, right? And I guess what pulled me up was the corner, right? There's a corner at the end, right? And, you know, that pulled me up. And, you know, I settled down. My phone was ringing, and it was the policeman, right? He's called me. I've pulled over. I could feel my phone vibrating. I was speaking to him, and he said, listen, he said, go to the hospital. It's all right. If you get pulled over, don't worry, right? There's no worries, right? So I've got all of this. I went to the hospital. You know what the hospital said to me? This is the best. They said, what can we do? I can't sleep, mate. I'm going to tear my head off. You know, really. I was beside myself. It was scary. Is what it was. You know, I was scared. I was terrified. I had tried to do something silly, you know, and it's not a nice feeling to know that you don't know what you're going to do, and no one's there to help you. I went to the hospital. I'm thinking I'm going to get help here. I'm going to get help here, you know. You know what the doctor said to me after he's made me take off my clothes? I'm sitting there in my jocks here, and he goes, Justin, he said, I'm sorry, I can't help you unless you've been in a car accident. Okay. Nothing. You can't, you know, give me something now. Let me sleep here. Let me just get 3-4 hours, you know, sleep. No, sorry, I can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. But you can do something if you can't accident, yeah? Like it, trauma. Jesus Christ. Really? How pathetic's that? But I mean, anyway, so we move along. So we come out of it, yeah? We get there, summons, go to court. So I put it all together. You know, my reasons why, blah, blah, blah. This is, mate, you know what, I'm going to court now 1.5 years after the fine was issued. Now, if I'd gone to court on the date they said, originally, even though I was going there pleading not guilty, even if I was found guilty, I would have done me 6 months, right? And I would have been out of it by now, yeah? Oh, no. No. Here's this. Get there. That's me reasons. No lawyer. magistrate court, yeah. Sit down. Everyone's in a fluster. What do you mean? What's the problem? I said, problem. It's all there. 000 went to the hospital, you know. I've got everything from my doctor. I've been going to her, everything like that. I'm not myself, whatever. I'm not claiming it. I did go. There was an incident that night. I'm not making it up, right? Okay, I do suffer from it, and it's shit, right? But all I'm trying to point out is this: not you know, my driving history. It's not the best, okay, but it's consistent. It's all speeding, not reckless, not endangerment, not drug driving, not drunk driving, right? Not careless, nothing. It's just all speeding, right? You know, a little bit over, so a couple of big ones in there, you know, but it's all consistent, right? And I've copped it on the chin. Every single one. I've never fought one, but no, this one, I'm fighting it. You know, I wasn't myself. Anyway, so it's all there. My auntie Pat, my relationship, my mum, my daughter. It's all compacted, mate. You know. Magistrate says, because I was seeking an adjournment to go and get, you know, medical, you know, get it, sit down with a medical practitioner to assess me, because I didn't know what to do with all this. Anyway, so I was going to do that. Copper puts it forward. Yep, all right. You know what the magistrate did? Nah, I want him to go and see legal aid. Mind you, I'm not entitled to legal aid. I'm not even entitled to the dole. I can't even get the dole. You know why? Because my missus earns too much. How's that? I'm not even recognised by the Australian government for any handout whatsoever. I can't use anything. Nothing is privy to me. Right? Because my missus earns too much. Right? Okay. No worries. Right. So I go and sit down with legal aid. And they're like, well, just look. I'm sitting there going, it's banging them in the head. I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, I've lost my auntie Pat. Big part of my life. My daughter, my grandson, the relationship with my partner, you know, it's just we've just managed to, you know, we're getting it back on track, right? Slowly. Then my mum, on my birthday, and I'm still dealing with that, you know, because she was with the trustees, so I've had to deal with them. It's all there. Do you really have to say anything? You read that and you go, what do you? He says to me, saying, you know what, I'm sitting there, I've just gone to the legal aid bloke, I'm going, don't worry about it, mate. I'm just going to plead guilty. I'm not going to walk into the courtroom a second time now. If you can't see it, it's written down, the dates and everything. And you're going to ask me, and you can't see, you cannot justify that you cannot see that I was not in the right frame of mind. Okay? And just go, and it's a year and a half after the offence. After the offence. Like we're out of lockdown now. And this prick gives me the 6-month suspension. And I'm already on 1 point. I've made a deal with, you know, TAs, Vic Roads, you know, because my points lapsed, you know. So I said I'll be a good boy for 12 months. So I asked him about that. I said, well, what happens with that? Oh, well, you'll have to. No, well, hang on. No, you're taking me 6 months. You're giving me 6 months. So can you give me the answers? No, there's 6 months of bank. I said, I can't understand. I can't understand. This is what gets me. I can't understand how you can take someone's license, where if they gone to court on the original date that it was put, but you couldn't because of COVID, whatever, right? 12 and a year and a half after the offence. Now you're taking the person's license for 6 months. Right when they need it. We're all out, need to make an earn, and oh mate, how's this? This is the best. I'll give it to this bloke. After he does all of that, he says, yeah, 6 months. And what I'll do, I'll reduce the fine, you know. God bless him, you know. God bless him. You know what he says? Have you heard of Men's Shed in Heidelberg? I'm like, oh my fucking God, he's not going to fucking do this. Like I've asked, he's asked, so what's going on, Justin? What's going on? Oh, I don't know. 2 years of everybody's life has just gone up the arse, right? People who've lost relatives, lost their house, people have just lost everything, mate. I didn't say this, this is going on in my head, right? You know, I don't have anyone to talk to. And he says to me, have you heard of Men's Shed? Oh yeah, I've heard of Men's Shed, all right. Then he goes, you know, there's good blokes there, you know. Build a table, knock a chair. You know what I'm thinking when he said that? Build a table, build a chair. You know what I'll do? I'm going to build the gallows, mate. I'm going to hang you. Huh? How the fuck can you justify taking someone's fucking licence a year and a half after the offence? It's ridiculous, mate. Absolutely ridiculous, right? Like this woman in the bank. The banks hold your money, right? But then this happened. You got to be in on it. I'm telling you, you got to be in on it. It's just a... So that's what I say. People, we're all about mental illness. Yeah, mental health for men and women. You know, it's out there. But yet, when it comes, and it's in their face, with good reason, they ignore it. You know, Danny, you know, $1 Million Bogan runs a ride, you know, for men's mental health. Right? We all go on it. So, that means everybody on that ride has some sort of, knows somebody or suffers from it, something like that. Right? You know, I just... so, yeah, I've had to take a 6-month suspension. Yeah. So, yeah. But I'm still... But anyway, who cares? The coppers don't pull people over anyway. And that... And you know, I've got to make it in. I'm not going to get a public transport. I wouldn't know how to get on a bus today. You know, Met card, whatever it is in there. But Met, you know, Men's Shed. After he's done all that, have you heard of Men's Shed, Justin? You know, they're not a bad place. Oh yeah. And I'm going to go there. I'm going to build the gallows for you, mate. You heart mustn't be working, mate. You cold fuck. You know? How can you do that and then turn around and go, and now it's a bit of compassion. Have you heard of Men's Shed? You know, it's a good organisation. Yeah. And how am I going to get there? And where is it? In Heidelberg? Oh yeah, great, no worries. I'm not like the judging, mate. But like, let me tell you, I don't want to get on the buses around here, okay? With the pieces of shit that get on, all right, that some people, you know, that get on there and that, and you know, suffering from, you know, I don't want to be on a bus, mate, when some dickhead gets on there, right, and he's been a dickhead, right, going off at the bus driver. I'm the last person you want to be in front of being a dickhead. I don't like bullies, right? And then, you know, I'm sitting there, I thought, gee, I'd love to just go back in front of that bloke if anything really bad happened and just go, well, you brought it on. You know, you're the cause of it, mate. Yep, you worthless piece of shit magistrate, you know? You want, where's your heart? Where's your compassion, mate? It's not like it wasn't in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning down the back street, okay? Right? And from then on, I pulled myself up, right? But how do you justify a person who works for a private company taking speed cameras you know, catching people speeding during hard lockdown. We're not supposed to be driving around anyway. I was the only one on the road. Right? He wasn't on the Hume. I wasn't on the Hume. I was down the back street. You know, I understand that people, they need to still have them out there. So put them on the freeway, mate. Catch a truck driver. You know, oh, man, you know, just, you know, why not just pack the fucking things up and let people get about this shit, you know?